And this is about the creation of porn videos and the how should I say the genre of porn videos or the category of porn videos is those of meaning ago consecutively suck the penises of porn actors, and so it means she accepts three times of ejaculations. For example, this is just an example. So in the case of other porn, for example, in other porn videos. In other porn videos, an actress, which means that actress is different person from the porn actress or from the female porn star I have described at first. I have just described at first, and so in the case of another porn star, meaning she jacks or strokes the penises of porn actors who appeared to the porn video, and she jacks for example, so she jacks or strokes consecutively four penises of porn actors, meaning so in that one I mean in that porn video, so she appears she's a sole porn actress, or she's the sole female porn star, and she jacks or she strokes the penises of four porn actors or four male porn stars, which is a story, or which is a structure of the porn video I have seen. And this, so I think the creator has an idea, or has a theory, or has a thinking, or has a thought that so some sex workers have holy characteristics, or some sex workers have pure or clear or clean characteristics, or pure characteristics, which means so there so this is very abstract description, but so people considering people around you, any community is fine. So there are good people and bad people, and like there are good Samaritans and bad Samaritans, and so there are kind people, and there are gentlemen, and there are mean people, mean men, or mean women, or wicked women, or wicked men, and so there are many kinds of people, or there are various characteristics of people all over the world, and in picking up your community, there are there are various types of people, and apart from the fact that for example, if you live in, for example, if you live in a rural area, and where for example, there are few people around you, so the variations, or the how should I say, the diversity or the diversity of the characteristics around you may not be so large, but actually, so for example, if you live in some urbanized areas, like, so in the case of my country, so the capital city is Tokyo, and by the way, I'm a Japanese person, and my mother tongue is Japanese language, which is why so I can speak English natively, and I think you have already understood that I'm a non-native speaker of English language, and by the way, anything is fine. So coming back to the main track of this episode, and for example, if you live in, for example, Los Angeles or New York, or if you're Americans, and there are many types of people, including the ethnicities anyway. And so what I'm saying is that if so United States is a United States, so in the, for example, maybe state of Nevada, or Nevada is a good example, but actually in Nevada some counties permit prostitutions, and so considering which, so some counties in Nevada may have residents of prostitutes or whores anyway, and so that's such a possibility, and some of them may have, or some of them must have pure characteristics or clear or really kind characteristics or kind humanities or generous humanities or really far from meanness or far from far from fiendish characteristics or far from so how should I say demonic characteristics and so there are people, but actually some people are really close to demons or devils anyway, and anyway, right, so if when it comes to using demons or devils as the examples of human characteristics, so some cause or some sex workers have angelic or some cause or some sex workers are angels, which is so describing in terms of course in terms of the characteristics or in terms of the characteristics as humans, and in such a thing is what I'm saying. And so in the case of the porn videos I have watched, and after the ejaculation, so what the thing I watched was how should I say it? So the thing I have watched was after ejaculation. So the scene was taken after the ejaculation of each man or each ejaculation of man or each ejaculation of porn actor. And so after the ejaculation, she pours the semen inside her mouth into the cup created by or made by her on both hands. And so please imagine the cup of hands put close to her chin, and she puts the semen inside her own mouth into that cup of her both hands, and which is the thing I'm describing. And in which or in that scene, so light was applied to the entire scene. And at first, which means so the scene was blood or the scene looked blurry, which is what I'm saying. And because the scene was whited out, or the scene was colored in white, or of course it's possible to see herself. It's possible to see that poor actress pouring the semen inside the cup of hands, and it's possible to see that scene. It means so that scene that scene kept such a level of clarity or such a degree of clarity or clear visions enough for the viewers of that porn videos enough for the viewers of porn video to understand or to understand or to see to it that she poured the semen ejaculated into her own mouth into her own hands, which is the scene I was describing. And the scene was colored in light white, or so it's possible to see that porn actress, but actually the scene was blood or looked a kind of dull. So dull is not a suitable word, but actually the scene was not clear, which is what I'd like you to imagine. And so but actually so in other scenes of the same porn video, so for example when she was sucking the penises of other when she was sucking the penises of porn actors, sucking the penises, or when she was sucking the penises, not scenes. When she was sucking the penises of porn actors, those scenes were really clear, and so you can see those vivid scenes of blowjobs done by that porn actress. And but actually, so after in each time of ejaculation, so the scene was colored. Each scene taken after each ejaculation, which is what I'm saying. And in each scene of of the scenes after ejaculation. So she poured the semen inside her mouth into her palms, and in that scene of pouring the semen into her mouth, not into her mouth or into her own palms or into her own hands. So those so in the case of in this case, so there were 4 ejaculations, and all of them looked blurry, because white light was applied to each scene taken after ejaculation, taken just after each ejaculation, which is what I'm saying. So that is because which is why, so I thought the creator had a characteristic, well, not characteristic. I thought from it anyway. I thought the creator had a characteristic, not characteristic, but ideas, or his or her own thoughts that So some whores or some sex workers or some prostitutes have certain holy characteristics, and merely a good example is Sofia Semyonovna Marmeladova. Wait a moment, please. So I should pronounce clearly. So good example of so prestупление и наказание is, or so I spoke out Russian language. So prestупление и наказание. So crime and punishment is fine. So in Crime and Punishment, there is a character. What she's a heroine, actually. She's a So she became a lover of the main protagonist, and he's Rodion, that famous Rodion, and Mr. Rodion anyway, and Mr. Raskolnikov anyway. And so finally she became a lover, and she followed that murderer to Siberia anyway. And finally this is the ending of Crime and Punishment. And so the name of that girl is, wait a moment please, Sophia is her name. And she became a whore, but actually she has really holy characteristic and meaning. So she is really kind to other people, and she, although she was born to a poor family, and she was a member of impoverished family. She was a member of a impoverished family, but actually, so she donated somebody the money she earned by prostitution anyway. And there had been such a thing as long as I could remember. But actually, so I'm sorry, but please forget what I have just said. Please forget what I have just said. So that memory is not secure, or that memory is not clear. Anyway, but actually, the gist is that Miss Sofia or Sonia Semyonovna Marmeladova, who had a really holy characteristic, and she was kind. She had a kind humanity and kind to other people anyway. And Mr. Rodion Raskolnikov got attracted to her kindness, maybe. So that proceed, that novel was proceeded in such a manner, and so which is why Miss Sonia or Miss Marmeladova was really a good example for imagining that clear or holy characteristics of sex workers anyway. So which is why anyway. So I want it. And which is why. So anyway, I have seen that porn video of blowjob, which is why, and I have watched other porn videos created by the same creator, and which is why. So and I got impressed. I got such an impression from the works of that creator of porn videos, which is why so I created this episode of podcast, and I haven't told you the title and the conclusion of this episode, and I'm going to end this episode. And wait a moment, please. The title is "So She's a Holy Whore," and the conclusion is some sex workers have really holy characteristics, and that's it. Actually, so I'm sorry. So I have forgot to tell you the title and the conclusion of this episode, and but actually, so maybe I have spoken out all the stuff and I wanted to tell you this time. So that's it. Thank you very much for listening. See you. And I'm sorry if this is wrong, but actually, so the correct pronunciation of the main character or the main protagonist of Prestuplenije i Nakazanie or Crime and Punishment is Rodion Romanovich Raskolnikov. Or anyway, so Rodion Romanovich Raskolnikov is which I think is correct pronunciation of his name. And so I'm sorry if my pronunciation is wrong. So if you are a native speaker of Russian, please correct if you know the correct pronunciation. I don't know whether to correct that pronunciation. Maybe you have to write in the as a message or as a comment to this episode maybe. And this is a kind of correction, but actually, so I described the scene after the scene was. So I described the scene after ejaculation or after each ejaculation of a porn video. But actually, so if you can't understand the meaning, so what I wanted to tell you is that I was describing the scene which was sad after each ejaculation of in a porn video so but the thing I was describing was one or that of subsequent to each ejaculation of a porn video of blowjob.